So what is bad faith in a homeowner's insurance claim? We always hear where insurance companies are acting in bad faith, but how do you prove it? What you need to do? We're going to get into that and show all the elements involved. So my name is Mike Keeler. I'm a licensed public adjuster in the state of Florida. Here's my contact information. You have a question or you need help with a claim. So generally, you're probably wanting to pursue a bad faith claim against your insurance company for a variety of reasons. Number one, they're deceptive, they misrepresented, or they had certain failures. Now let's take a look at there's 100 different things you can really pin on an insurance company for bad faith. So let's take a look at a few. So if they failed to pay your claim timely and completely, underpaid your claim, paid you 4 months down the road, whatever the effect of your specific claim situation is, if they wrongfully denied your claim, if there's delays in the investigation or claim handling, or if they plain and simply ignore you. Now there's, again, 20, 25, 30 different things you can come up with that represents bad faith. I just want to put a couple examples. And then also some of the elements, again, deception, misrepresentation, failure to do things of that nature. That is the litmus test on bad faith. So in Florida, every state's going to have their different procedure on what you need to do for bad faith. But in Florida, for homeowners claims, we have to file what's called a civil remedies notice. Now, this notice goes to the Department of Financial Services, and it's what you need to do. It's the baby step before you get to the big step. So you need to do this before you have any opportunity at filing a bad faith case, lawsuit, or claim. Let me explain further. So the CRN, basically, an insurance company has 60 days to quote-unquote cure it, which means resolve it, or they can file their own answer back and rebut whatever was put into the CRN, which a lot of companies do, or they'll just ignore it and let it basically expire. And there's reasons why they do that. We won't get into too much into that, but this is what we have here in Florida for bad faith. You have to file the CRN, or else if you don't file a CRN, you have no opportunity to go with a bad faith claim or a lawsuit, or a very weak chance of getting any type of bad faith money from the insurance company unless the civil remedies notice is filed. So when should an attorney file a CRN? Now, public adjusters in Florida, they can file CRNs. Some do. I don't. I stay away from it. Why? Because you have to cite statutes and there's a bunch of legal verbiage that needs to be put into play. If you're not successful in the CRN, or the insurance company's attorney finds something that is deficient in your CRN, you as a public adjuster can be in trouble. So it's not worth doing it. Have the attorney do it. That's what I do. I have my partnering attorney do it because it keeps me out of legal trouble. I'm not an attorney, and so I don't want to get into that part. So they should be filed prior to a lawsuit. Okay, there's something called an appraisal, and you can file it prior to the appraisal or 60 days when you're in an appraisal. You can also file a CRN when you're in the middle of a lawsuit. So these are the three most common ways and when you should file the CRN. So again, this is Florida. So just recently, our wonderful governor who took $10 million from insurance companies, the CFO who took $3 million from insurance companies, and other Republicans who got paid off by insurance companies have basically eliminated bad faith in almost all situations, except if you take the case to trial and win. So the previous example on when you can file a CRN, there's no more bad faith for appraisals. So, yep, it was the Republicans that put in the protection for homeowners initially, years and years and years ago, because they realized that insurance companies were screwing people. And now it is DeSantis who, again, has been handsomely paid along with other Republicans by insurance companies, which this isn't just me saying it. There's been documented proof in several articles online about this. So it's disappointing. Basically, the insurance companies in Florida will be able to do whatever the hell they want to you, and there's nothing you can do about it now. Thanks a lot, DeSantis. Okay, so let's take a look at a CRN. So it goes directly to the Department of Financial Services in Florida. There's a portal where you send everything. Obviously, I cross this out, the insured, the complainant is the insured, the attorney. This one's against State Farm. Here's the reasons. Claim denial, claim delay, unsatisfactory settlement offer, unfair. And then you have to list the applicable Florida statutes, right? And then you reference some policy language. Then you go through and you kind of tell a story. So here they talk about they purchased a policy from State Farm. Talk about here, this is a hurricane as a result of Hurricane Ian. State Farm never inspected the property. They didn't adjust the loss. Okay. After being told horror stories of how insurance companies handle claims and knowing that State Farm rejecting evaluation, the insured retained a public adjuster, who was me, who assisted with the claim. On or about May 11th, State Farm sent correspondence to the insured stating they were unable to complete an evaluation of this claim. State Farm took no action to even try to adjust the loss with the insured. Yada, yada, yada. So, as you can see, this is a huge issue involving State Farm. And it's a shame that you would think a large company who spends over $1 billion in advertising a year would be better. Well, you're in good hands. Oh, wait, that's Allstate. So like a good neighbor. It doesn't matter with these insurance companies what they say. It's what they do, right? So like a good neighbor, State Farm was there for this individual. Cat 5 hurricane. They didn't even adjust the poor guy's damages. They never came out. They never did anything. And this is what we deal with in Florida. So the insurance companies definitely don't treat people in other states as bad. Now listen, they're not great in other states, but they don't treat people as bad as what they do here in Florida. They take on a completely different mindset. They don't care about getting sued. And now DeSantis took away our only hope to put everything on a level playing field by getting their rear ends for bad faith, for not doing the right thing. So if you had a tool that allowed you to get more money because they failed to do things and live by the policy language, and you had an opportunity to get bad faith, and the insurance companies didn't care, what the heck do you think they're going to do when now there's no threat? It's absolutely going to be terrible for people here in Florida. People in other states, hopefully you have an avenue to pursue any type of bad faith, but I don't think the bad faith elements are nearly as bad in other states as what we have here in Florida. So again, my name is Mike Keeler. I'm a licensed public adjuster in Florida. If you have a question about a claim, Need help with a claim? This is how you get a hold of me. My cell phone, email, and website. Thanks for watching the video.